It is May 18th at about a little after 6:30, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to head to the hospital. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what Russell's eating for breakfast. The banana bread my mom just gave us. We just dropped the kids off. I don't really have an appetite because I'm nervous, but I made a protein shake. So it's just chocolate protein and almond milk. We got the bag in the back, and we got the car seat and the boppy, and we're ready to have a baby, I think. I didn't go into labor last night, so
Nope.
maybe it'll happen in the next half hour to hour.
Maybe they'll have good news. Like, oh, we can just break your water.
Russell's got his Chiefs shirt on, of course, because
He's going to know who
He's
the
extra.
world champions are right from the start.
So we'll try to update throughout the day. I don't know how exactly it's going to look. Russell's kind of in charge of that. But we're excited, and we will probably see you at the hospital. All right, we're headed in. We got the bag. Boppy.
Tilt that up a little bit for me. I'm taller than you.
We're going in. They said we didn't have to bring the car seat right away, so we are on level 4. In case we forget, I can look back at this video. We have our masks ready, and we'll check in with you when we get into a room, I guess. Just realized I didn't bring any other shoes except for these slippers.
I didn't make it in the same thing as her. The rotating doors. She left me. She left me all alone.
I'm smiling. I just made a big smile, but you can't tell.
I can tell.
I just realized because my eyes are smiling.
Nope. Because I love you.
Hello.
Hi.
Sometimes they're a little bit like, oh, this could be something. It's just,
The next one's like, yeah, I feel that one.
yeah.
Okay, you can put your down now. All right. Pump, 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 pump for me. All right, poke.
All right, so it's about 8:20, and I got we tried to do a couple IVs here and here. It didn't work out. I said my veins were really nice, but it just didn't work out. Then got one here, and we're on the monitor. You can probably hear the baby in the background. I'm having my normal contractions, but not anything too spectacular. I'll get checked here soon, and then they're gonna start some Pitocin, and we're gonna go from there. So we're having a baby today. We'll have to see how the first few hours go to see when we think the baby's gonna come, right?
The nurse said she can tell we're going to be having a big baby, so.
I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about time. Russell almost passed out already.
No, I did not.
No, he did put his head down though.
I put my head down because they just kept, they kept
He
having to poke
went,
you, and I just
oh,
wanted it to be done.
mm-hmm.
I was feeling bad for you.
He wasn't. He was probably just all queasy. The cool thing is I think these are wireless monitors, so, and we have a tub room that has a shower and stuff. Here I am, got a nice gown on, and I'm hooked up now. I've got fluids, and then Pitocin has started. I started at 2, and now she's upped it. They started it just before 9 o'clock, and now it's upped to 4, so every 20 or so minutes they'll up it by 2 and by 2. So I've been having contractions. They just feel like the ones I've been having lately. Not really much else. Yeah, I'm having contraction right now, so they're a little bit more intense than they have been. I wasn't any more progressed than I was on Wednesday, really. She still wants the baby's head to come down a little bit further before she breaks my water. So the plan is right now I'm on the birth ball. I'm going to try to stay up and moving as much as I can. But the plan is around lunchtime, my midwife will come back and she'll do break the water then, as long as the baby's head comes down a little further. Our nurse brought in a peanut ball, which if I have to use that later to help the baby come down more, that's usually what that's for. It's really nice because these are wireless monitors, so I can move around, and we have a tub in this room. It's something I've never been able to use before. It's just for laboring, not for giving birth in, but I'll probably utilize that, and I can go in there with these. So pretty cool. We're planning on no epidural, no pain meds, but I'm gonna try to stay really nice and relaxed and just breathe really well through the contractions and stuff, and hopefully the tub and like being able to be up and around will be helpful. But pretty much like once things start getting pretty intense, it'll be up to Russell to kind of update you guys and that sort of thing. So I don't know how much you'll see of me, depending on like how quickly the pain comes for me and stuff like that. Hi, baby. Your grandma's? Update now. It's 11:23. My Pitocin is on 12, and we just went and walked the halls. So I haven't talked much about the whole like mask thing. So when we're in the room, we don't have to wear the mask, but if we go out, we have to wear the mask. And then our nurse just basically told us if like she'll let us know if we need to put it on for any reason. I'm having seems like pretty consistent contractions. I don't really know like time-wise how far apart they are, but feeling them. I feel it in my back a little bit now. They're not to the point where they're super painful or anything. They're like hardly, I don't know, I'm expecting here soon like for something to pick up and for it to get a lot worse. The plan right now is to just kind of stay up a little bit or be on the ball as much as I can, and then eventually if things get to like the point where I'm like, whoa, I'm not coping as well, then we'll try the tub. You look so funny sitting over there. He's got his little section right over there. I don't know if I can show you without flashing you, but it kept slipping, like the deal kept slipping. I'm trying not to show you too much. Put this belly band on me, and I kind of like that better than those bands anyway. My Pitocin's at an 18. It is 140. Still waiting. I haven't been checked since like 8:30 this morning, so still waiting to get checked. My contractions are a lot more intense, but still like I don't have any problem getting through them right now. But I'm just trying to like ignore as much as I can. And Russell is getting ready to sit next to me, and we're gonna watch. It looks like The Office. So, or why did I say The Office? Parks and Rec. They just broke my water.
Yep.
It's 215. 3 centimeters, 75% effaced. We had a lot of water come out. The first couple contractions they were like less than the contractions I was having, and now
You're starting to pick up.
I'm having one right now. They're starting to get a little bit more intense, so that's what we want. So that means hopefully that the baby's...
Bring on the pain.
Yeah, I never thought that I'd hope for pain. But yeah, it's a good thing. This one's way more intense than the last one even. I'm sitting here for a little bit to make sure the baby's head comes down a little bit more before, and the fluid kind of slows up, and then I'll be able to get up and move around. Hopefully we can use the tub at some point later. I'm nervous because these are going to start getting really intense. But I'm going to keep my face nice and relaxed. I'm just going to keep my body relaxed.
There's wrinkles above your forehead, or on your forehead, or...
Oh.
No, I'm saying like...
I'm just kidding.
How's it going?
It is going. I'm about to have a contraction though. Tell them how dilated I am.
So they checked her. She's dilated at a 6. So we've progressed.
It's 4:45.
4:45.
And they're intense, but standing is seriously like the best thing.
Did you get all that?
So yeah, dilated to a 6, which I was surprised about because it took a long time, and we stayed at a 4 forever with Jay. Yep. But this hasn't taken too long to go from a 3 to a 6, so that's good.
So yeah, we're progressing a little bit easier. So
these things off. But I got really hot, so.
Standing feels best right now, she says.
Yeah,
so we're gonna rub her back a little bit. Got the massage ball.
Yes.
So
this is well used.
Way better than a tennis ball, I've learned. So
I'm getting pretty uncomfortable. I'm just trying to focus on breathing and staying really relaxed. I'm probably gonna get in the tub soon, just so I don't miss that opportunity.
The jacuzzi. How you feeling?
Rough. I'm having a contraction. Hold on. This side is actually really nice. That feels really way better than that ball rolling on me. Is it a good thing that I want to fart?
It's probably about time to get out of the tub and check you again today.
Okay. Can I have one more contraction and get out? Okay. It's not like intense, but it's
I
like
even give you a couple if you
I get a couple. I did fart, but I didn't know if that was like a
Maybe I
like a
should stop
good sign.
recording now. So they just had to take her back to do an emergency C-section. They were checking her again, and she was pushing through some contraction and stuff. They were checking her while she was doing that because she had gotten to a 9, and so they were checking her again to see if she gotten any farther. And they said they could feel a cord. What they don't want, or what you don't want, is to have the cord be cut off of circulation and stuff. And so the midwife was holding the head up, so she trying to keep the cord from being cut off from circulation and everything. And they had to take her to an OR operating room. The operating room on the birthing floor has already been used within the last 15-20 minutes, so they have to go to a different operating room, and she has to be put to sleep, so I'm not even allowed to go with her. So I'm right now trying to pick up all of our stuff. They told me I could put all of our stuff on a cart, and they'll start transferring me at least to the room, and they'll give me updates on how she's doing and everything down there, or wherever she's at. Whenever they get information, they're going to try and update me. I've tried calling parents and stuff, and when I get updates, I'll try to remember to record and update you guys as well. So hopefully everything goes well. Like I said, I'll give you guys updates as we know them. Awesome. So mom and baby are doing fine. They just weighed him. We got a couple pictures of it. We got a video of it. So, okay, so good news. Baby and mom are doing fine. It was quick. I was in the middle of making phone calls to family to let them know what was going on, and yeah, they showed back up. They let me know that it was going to be it's a quick procedure, and I mean, obviously it's got to be a quick procedure. They don't want anything to happen to the baby. But the midwife just came in and gave me some more information. She said I could feel the cord the whole time. His heart rate didn't go under 140. He was doing just fine when they pulled him out. He was crying already, so they said, yeah, he's doing great. Mom's doing great. Mom had to be put to sleep for the procedure because she didn't have an epidural. And so if she would have had the epidural, they would have just been able to make the incision and do all that while she's awake and everything, because with the epidural she wouldn't have felt it. But since she didn't have that and she was so far along, they had to put her to sleep and do that. But they said she's doing fine. Again, baby's doing fine. Great news. So we're a family of 5 now. I did get to go see him in the nursery. I got to see the weight. They got a couple pictures on my phone. I filmed a little bit with the weight on here, so you'll be able to see that. But it's just great news all around. Now we're just waiting for mom to make it up here. They said that could be anywhere within an hour to an hour and a half from now, and so hopefully they bring him to the room. They said they'll bring him to the room so they're done doing all their stuff. So they're going to bring him to the room. I'm going to try to do some at least skin to skin. Jess wasn't able to do that obviously because of the procedure, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of skin to skin with him right now. But just an update. Baby's doing fine. Mom's doing fine. All good news.
Oh, hi everybody.
Mommy and baby.
Here, bring it up high so you can see his face like that. Oh, he's so sweet. I feel a little nauseous and I'm really, really super tired. Yeah. I just want a picture of us now, so that's it. No, I can't. You can't feed him until after they do the thing, so. Is that the first time you changed a diaper for him?
It's his first diaper change, yeah.
That's his first one? They haven't changed any?
And he though he did that.
I was gonna wait to do this update, but it's 1 a.m. Things, as you probably already heard from Russell, went a little crazy. It was emergency situations. Baby's good. Russell's taking a little sleepy poo. But pretty much, I don't know what Russell explained. I haven't looked at any of that footage, but I was in, we just changed positions a whole bunch, and I went from a 6 to an 8 really fast, and then I went from an 8 to a 9, almost 10 really fast, and then I had a couple intense contractions. I was on my side with the peanut ball in between my legs to try to let the baby come down, and it helped so much. I had like one contraction where I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. That baby is right there. And then the next contraction, I was like, I gotta poop. So he was like right there. So at that point, my midwife wanted to just see where he was after that. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. So she stuck, she was checking me. And so like she was like really feeling around, like really, really up there. And then she all of a sudden, so I just had like a little lip, I guess, of cervix left. So she told me to push during that contraction. I was like kind of having one while she was in there. And so I started pushing, and then I said, do I keep pushing? She said, no, stop. And then she kind of got a little panicked. I'm shaking, so I'm really sorry about that, but she just looked panicked. And she said, I feel a cord. So the cord, it's, I believe it's called cord prolapse. So that what that means is the cord kind of came down and like came down under the baby's head a little bit, or like next to the baby's head a little bit, like enough where it was there and she could feel it. And so she looked very concerned, and I was kind of like, well, I know what that means. Usually, I mean, you know what that means. I thought like, okay, well, they're either going to tell me this baby has to come out right now. So like we're pushing right now, needs to come out immediately. Or what I was pretty sure was going to happen was she's going to tell me I'm going for a C-section. So of course she said, this is an emergency. I have to keep my hand in here. We're going to have a C-section. So, she like climbed up on the bed, so she was kind of like on, not on top of me, but like in between my legs, and she had her hand in there, holding him, basically keeping him from coming down any further, or, you know, just trying to like make sure he wasn't going to compress that cord, because that clearly that's his form of like everything. That's how he was living inside of there. So very, very serious situation. They had to rush me down to like the actual like hospital OR, but it was crazy because they were like, it's a cord, like they were like yelling, and it's like everybody was like, oh, you know, it was like chaos for a second. So she looks at Russell and tells him, you can't come. Basically, we're gonna go somewhere where you can't come. And it had to happen so fast too that it wasn't like there was no time to prep. So I didn't have an epidural or anything like that. So what happens in an emergency situation is they have to put you asleep. So, and I knew that. As soon as she told me we're going down for a C-section, I was like, oh, they're gonna put me to sleep. They didn't tell me until we got like really close to being down there. But I knew they didn't have time to do anything else for me. So I had to be put to sleep. So anyway, we got down there and everybody's like introduced, like, hi, I'm so-and-so, hi, I'm so-and-so, hi, I'm so-and-so. The anesthesiologist is moving really fast, trying to make sure to get everything ready and explain everything to me. And I had I think they were nurses and stuff, just people all around. They were like comforting me and grabbing my hands and everything. And it was crazy because once she told me in the room, we're going down for a C-section, I just totally it was very weird. I just told myself, totally relax. No, don't, I just tried to not have a big reaction, and I think that helped a lot. I never thought, like, if I thought a couple weeks ago, like, okay, what if I had a C-section? I would think I'd be like crying, freaking out on the way to the room. And I actually was like insanely calm through it all. I was kind of, I asked a few questions like, where's the baby gonna go afterward? Because I know I'm gonna, they told me you're gonna have to stay here for a little while to recover and that sort of thing. So they told me the baby will go to Russell as long as everything's fine. And I guess, I'll do a more like in-depth video with Russell and just like I try to write everything down the way it happened, because it was literally like, it was crazy. The baby came out really like good, no issues. The doctor who did the C-section, and I'm not like upset in the least or anything, it's just shit happens. But when she cut me open, she cut his head. So it's not on this side. It's glued shut with like surgical glue type. It's what I'm glued shut with too. So she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, that's the least of my worries. He's good. They brought him up to Russell when so when I woke up, my midwife and a nurse were talking to me when I like came to, and I was like, okay, whoa, when you come out of anesthesia, you're kind of like, I just wake up from a nap or something, but I was just kind of like teary, like, is everything okay? I'm okay, the baby's okay, and with Dad, and like everything's good. And so I gave my midwife a hug, and they all made me feel really good. When you go under, when you come out, it's not like it's not like when somebody goes to have a C-section and they get like a spinal, they're usually like still numb afterward. But I wasn't, so I was feeling a lot of pain and like had the shakes and stuff. So he was giving me some of that, so I got a couple doses of that, and then right before we came up to the room, he gave me some more. My mouth feels like, I know that's gross, but it feels like when you wake up in the morning and you need to like brush your teeth. He was born right about like 7/16 or so, and he was 9 pounds, 10.3 ounces, and then he was 21.5 inches long. thank you for watching through this. I'm sure this video is a little bit long, but you know, things went cray real fast. But I'll definitely do, I'll be updating in another video, and then I'll definitely sit down and do like a sit down video to explain everything that happened while I'm not like in pain and tired and that sort of thing. And you can meet him more, what do you call it, formally, and maybe Russell will be up for that. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those videos, and then just comment down below anything you have to say, and we'll see you in the next one.